Happy Monday. I hope you had a great spring break. I hope you had a chance to relax and have fun and maybe get outside and practice your social distancing in the great outdoors. This does start a brand new quarter as well as a new week. So I want to just touch base and review some of the common, just your routines that you're into. And I wanted to give you a glimpse, of course, of what this week looks like. Things are changing just a little bit with just the structure and with the office hours and things. So I want to get to that right away. Let's go ahead and just start, of course, at our website, which is where we want to go every Monday. We're used to doing that all school year, so that's no different. So I would just come here in the morning. And of course, everything's on Clever as well, where your teachers are posting everything there. So you can go to Clever first if you want, and then bop over here. But Clever will just take you right here. So once you get to the website, you just want to go ahead and see if there's any new announcements for today. And I did just put the new schedule here so you can see. And if Governor Bullock does extend our stay-at-home orders, this routine will stay in place until we come back to the classroom. If you haven't had a chance to read this letter yet, I would recommend that you do that because it's walking you through, what does your yo-yo reading look like at home and what does your writing look like at home? That's just your little quick write. So how does that look now that we're not in class? So you'll notice that, I start at 8 o'clock and then I'll be checking emails at 9 to 10. So if you did email me in the evening, I'll be getting back to it at this time. Office hours will be at 10 to 10:50. And then I will be grading anything or possibly just updating PowerSchool if I need to for the day. And then lunch. And then at 12:30, I'm going to prep for the afternoon, which would mean I'm going to touch base. I'm going to be looking at PowerSchool and seeing who is maybe forgetting to do their work or not getting things turned in on time so that I can get back to them in the afternoon. So that's my time to prepare for those phone calls and emails. Then I'll have office hours and then I'll be grading. And like I said, I'm going to be going back to email then as well. And I'm designating that time every day to be touching base with parents and students if things aren't looking like the communication is maybe falling by the wayside or we're just missing getting our work in and see why that's happening. Then in the evening, I'll also have optional hours that you can bop into. Those of you that are doing your work more at the end of the day or you have a busy house, you can always get the help you need from 7 to 7:50 at night. And that is just Tuesday and Thursday. So there's no Friday night video or office hours. These Zoom hours will be Tuesday through Friday. So Monday is going to look like your check-in day is what you'll do. So let's talk about how that's looking a little different. If you're in English 1, you just click on English 1 and it will take you down here so you can see the upcoming due dates are here. As always, that hasn't changed. And of course, all of the links that you need are all here. So you just click on them as you need them. I did post your Zoom meeting IDs and you will need a password. There's been some concerning issues with Skype and Zoom and people actually crashing them or Zoom bombing or Skype bombing, whatever you want to call it, with some inappropriate content. So I've set a password here. So you will need to type in that password to get into the meeting when you bop in. So double check that. So let's just start with, looking at today and this week. So your video, of course, will go here. And then this is your module sheet. So this is what you click on every Monday. I will send you an email and attached to that email will be your module sheet. Okay? So you'll be able to just click on that like you did all of the last week and the week before, and it will get you going, and we'll look at that here in a minute. Read the message for that week. See if there's anything that that might be new to you. So this module sheet's not new, but what might be new is I'm adding a PDF. So you're like, oh, maybe I could click on that here, and then I can, read the story there. I don't even have to go to the online collections book if I don't want to. So just make sure you always read that because it will help you out as well. This week, when we look at the module sheet here, you will need to be submitting an assignment in Schoology, and we'll talk about that. If you're not sure how to do that, it is pretty intuitive. It says submit, but you will have to maybe, depending on how you want to do the assignment, you might download it and work on it on your own time. Then you need to save your document and upload it. So there's just a couple of ways to do that. So there's a little video here. You have to click that. It'll take you to the how to submit that assignment on Schoology video. And you have a couple of options, but that way you'll get it submitted and you'll get it submitted correctly. As far as your online textbook goes, this is your information here. You click on that, it takes you right to the collection site. It's also on Clever. It's already set up there. You just type in HSD and your student ID number. So if you would just HSD 12345, and then your password would just be 12345, depending on your ID number. But again, if you're having trouble with the online textbook or you only have one computer at your house or something, you can definitely download the PDF here and print it off and read the story in paper format, or save it onto your tablet and read it on your tablet or something there too. Let's look at the module for this week. Let's go ahead and get started with that. So when you click on your module, it'll look just like it always has looked. But what was going to be a little different is, you can see up here, we're going to be moving more to a 4-day work week model. And so what that's going to look like is, on Monday, you will go to the website, you'll download your module sheet, you'll see what you need to do for the week, and plan your week out. Like, this is what I need to do for English, this is when it's due, this is what I need to do for math. Spend the day getting organized, getting the materials you need to succeed, making sure you have access to the story if it's a piece of literature. Then what you'll do is, I would recommend printing off the module sheet so you can actually check things off as you go. But it's up to you. You can just keep it electronic, and that's just well. So when we start looking at what our week is going to look like, of course, I put all of the objectives here that are linked to the standards. These are just the steps you can take to get things in. And this is what it will look like. Monday will be your intro day. You'll always have a video like this that will set up your week and explain things and front load that for you so you know what's coming. Tuesday, that'll be your first work day. So you'll need to do the reading. There'll be an assignment. That's assignment number 1. And most of the time it's going to be in Schoology. So you'll need to look at that, or Turnitin.com, but it'll say what it is. So here you can see, it's in Schoology. So I would just go to Schoology and do my assignment. Wednesday will be day 2 of your work week. So Tuesday's, work day 1, Wednesday's work day 2, and then I'll always post a video again. That is designed to be more of a lecture or a lesson video on what it is that you've been assigned that week. So if you started on Tuesday, it's pretty self-explanatory, but maybe you were really struggling with tone versus mood. On Wednesday's video, I'll walk you through and teach you that, just like I would in the classroom. So you can take notes, you can tab things, you can make sure that you are working on that assignment while I'm talking, and that is highly recommended. The assignment then for Tuesday's assignment 1, is due Wednesday night at 11:59 p.m. So you can see that you'll get the assignment on Tuesday. It's due Wednesday night. You can turn it in early, but it's not due. I'm not grading it until Thursday morning. So Wednesday night by midnight. Then on Wednesday, you'll have a new assignment. That's assignment number 2 for the week. That one's not due until Thursday at 11:59 p.m. That gives you Wednesday to work on it and then Thursday to work on it. Thursday is your work day 3, so that's your 3rd work day of the week. So just go to your modules, see what you need to get done, see what you might have questions about. You're taking notes, you're going to write down your questions. So when you come to the office hours, you can get exactly what you need and get that clarification that you need and that you deserve. Friday will be our assessment day. So that's where you'll take maybe a quiz, or I might have a quick write for you, or possibly a discussion. It just depends what that would look like that week. It might be a paper. Every week will look a little different. So you'll have an assessment, or you might have a 3rd assignment. So if it's more of a longer unit, that might be your 3rd assignment. And so it'll just look like that. You'll definitely have 2 assignments every week for sure. Okay? And then possibly a 3rd, or the assessments. You'll be having 3 things that you're accountable for outside of your daily reading and your yo-yo reading. So I did break it down here, and it'll be the same for the rest of our online journey here when we're in digital learning. This is how it will always look. Monday's intro day, watch the video, download. Tuesday's day 1, Wednesday's day 2, Thursday's day 3, and then Friday's your assessment day, or a way for me to check in with you and see if you've learned the material for the week. If you have questions, you know how to contact me, of course. And I did also put the collections information down here for you. So that's what it will look like as I just follow the module. This week, you do have a unique opportunity. There's an extra credit opportunity here. What I decided to do was that vocabulary festival that you were responsible for, that the freshmen were working on for Animal Farm. I decided with just the transitioning and how difficult it's been for some people to get online. Now I think everybody's there, but it did take a while. Not everybody had a chance to do the vocabulary assignment in Schoology last week, and they haven't had a chance to really study. So the vocab quiz is optional. Don't have to do it. But if you want to do it, it will be on Schoology, and it'll be on there this afternoon. And then you will be able to take that quiz for extra credit points. I will put those extra credit points in PowerSchool, and those will be a way for you to get a little boost onto your quarter grade. They will go on quarter 4 because the quarter did end last, as you know, that Friday. So they will go onto your quarter 4 grade to start off really strong. Okay. And if that's something you're interested in, then do that today, or excuse me, do that tomorrow, because I'll post it today, but you're not to do any schoolwork on Monday. There's no assignments and no required work on Mondays. So go out and do that tomorrow. Sorry about that. Also, some of you have not completed your article reviews that were assigned last month, okay, that you know you have those weekly article reviews coming in. Several of you have. I think I have most of them. I probably have 75%, but some of you still need to get those into me. Remember, those were supposed to be due on the Friday before. You know, it's always the last school day of the month, but with all the chaos, I just pushed them to this coming Wednesday. But I also offered extra credit if you turned them in before spring break, so I could get those graded. And many of you did and took advantage of that, so good for you. I'm going to go ahead and just take you back to the website now, just to touch base and kind of close the loop here. We are going to be, digging into some new literature this week, so make sure you have access to it and that you read it and that you're familiar with it. And then next week we'll be discussing it, so you need to have done the assignments this week to succeed next week. I'm hoping this looks really manageable for you. The routine is nice and structured, and that is a logical progression for you, something you can always count on. You know what's coming. It doesn't change. Let's go back to our website for just a minute. What we're going to do this week is we're going to start off here, as you can see, with the story of Night. And Night is a Holocaust story, so it's a memoir. It is non-fiction. That means it's real and true. It's one person's excerpt, their moment that they've grabbed from their life, that they're going to share with the reader. This is a memoir by the writer and Holocaust survivor Elie Wiesel, or Weasel, depending on how you hear it pronounced. You are expected to read through this. It's a short read, but it is, it's not always easy. Some of the language is difficult in the vocabulary. So work through that starting tomorrow. Read it, and then your assignment is attached to this particular passage. All the questions relate to it directly and connect to the objectives and our standards that we've created. So if you have questions about it, definitely pop into those office hours so that I can help you with it. But I want you to see what you'll be reading, be familiar with it when you start it tomorrow. Okay. All right. So I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow in the online office hours. If you can, bop in. Remember, they are optional, but I would love to see you. I miss you, and I look forward to touching base with you. Have a great day and have a super week.